Hello, so today's math lesson is going to be on solving a ratio word problem. Let's start with the problem. So it says, the garden club's ratio of boys to girls is 11 to 26. The club has a total of 165 children. How many boys and girls attend the club? Well, today I'm going to show you 3 different ways of how to solve this problem. So let's start. First of all, let's think about what a ratio is. A ratio is just a fraction. So when I have this 11 to 26, it tells me that I have 11 boys and 26 girls. So if I take just that sample from that ratio, I would have a total of 37 children. So that means out of 37 children, 11 of them would be boys and 26 of them would be girls. So let's see how we can find out the number of boys and the number of girls by using a proportion. So let's set up a ratio of, let's start with boys. Let's do boys to total. And total, I mean total children. So if I start with my sample ratio, I had 11 boys and I had a total of 37 children. But if I have a total of 165 children, which is what I was given, I don't know how many boys I have out of that 165. So that's going to be my unknown. So I can solve this by just cross multiplying. And if I do that, I get 37 times x equals 165 times 11. 165 times 11 is 1,815. So if I'm going to solve this for x, all I have to do is divide both sides by 37. And I'm going to get x is equal to 49. So that tells me that I have 49 boys. So how many girls do I have? Well, I could do 165 minus the 49 to find out how many girls. Or I could set up a proportion similar to what I set up for the boys. So let's do it by setting up the proportion. I'm going to do the same thing. So I would do girls over my total. So for girls, out of my sample of 37 children, I had 26 of them girls. So that's going to be 26 out of the 37. It's going to be equal to, I don't know the total girls out of the 165. And I would do the same thing as I did the ratio for the boys. If I cross multiply, I get 37x equals 165 times 26 is 4,290. If I divide that by 37, I'm going to get x equals 116. So a way for me to check my answers is the number of boys and the number of girls should add up to the total children that I have. So let's check. If I do 49 for the boys plus 116 for the girls, that does check out. I get 165 as my total. So that's method number 1. Let's move on to the second way of solving this. So I'm going to write an equation and I'm going to solve the equation. And this is how I'm going to write my equation. I'm going to use the ratio that I was given. So I'm going to say 11 because 11 represented the ratio for the boys. And I'm going to add a variable to that plus 26x because that represented the ratio for the girls. And I'm going to set that equal to the total number of children that I had. And then I'm going to solve this equation for x. So 11x plus 27x is 37x equals 165. And if I solve this equation by dividing both sides by 37, I'm going to get x equals 4.46. Now, I'm not done yet. I only solved for my unknown. So now what I need to do is I need to take this value that I found for x and I need to plug it back here into my equation. This way, that's going to tell me how many boys, and when I plug it in over here, it's going to tell me how many girls. So let's see. I'm going to do 11 times that 4.46, and that's going to give me 49. And that was for the number of boys. And then I'm going to take 26 and multiply it by the 4.46. And I get 116. That tells me the number of girls. Again, if I want to know if my total is correct, we did it over here. Same numbers, 49 plus the 116 gives me a total of 165 children. Let's move on to the next way of solving it. So for this way, I'm going to actually create a box. This is going to be my ratio. And this is going to be the actual number. Let's just say actual. And let's do boys. And let's do girls. And then down here, let's just do a total. So in my ratio, I was given that I had 11 boys and 26 girls, which gave me a total of 37. So for actual, I don't know yet how many boys and I know how many girls, if this was the first time I was solving it, but I know that my total is 165. So I need to find out what's the relationship between these numbers. 37 times what would give me 165? So I could just do 165 divided by 37, and that gives me 4.46. So that means I did 37 times 4.46 to come up with this 165. That means I need to do the same thing for here. So for each one of these, I should be multiplying by that 4.46. If I do 26 times that 4.46, I get 116. Same thing here. If I do 11 times that 4.46, I get 49. Again, they total up to be my 165. So there we have it. I've shown you 3 different ways to break down this word problem and solve it. So I hope that one of these methods will make it easier for you. Till next time, bye-bye.